and all of, in fact, some male child grew up to see that their father cheated on their mother and there was no consequence. So indirectly, directly or indirectly, they already knew that any woman I get married, even if I cheat, she has to like look the other way. So women of this generation, start training your children the right way. Train the boy child the right way. Teach him what and what not to do. The same way you are teaching your female child, make sure you are teaching your male child, because it is this male child that will still grow up to go and marry somebody's girl child. Enabling mothers of Nigeria, enabling mothers of Africa, stop enabling inappropriate behaviors. Stop enabling it. When you see that your boy child is doing something that does not make sense, call him to order. You see this enabling attitude of African mothers, it has gone to a point where their daughter, maybe the daughter is married and she comes to the mother and complain about her husband maltreating her, her husband cheating on her, and her husband doing a lot of things. It is still the woman's mother that will be telling her that you stay there, you have to stay in your husband's house, and so on and so on. Why must women suffer just because these mothers suffered with their own husbands? They are transferring the same thing to their own daughters to suffer in their own husband's house too. But I'm glad public opinions are changing. Women are now aware. That is how you will see a marriage of 1 month, 2 months, they have broken up. Why? Because when you hear the reasons for breakup, the reasons for divorce, you'll be like, because now you'll be thinking cooking for your boyfriend every day, it's no big deal. It is until you get married that you know that cooking forever is more than a big deal. Cooking for the rest of your life, just because you married somebody that feels like he's a man, he does not have to cook. Or taking care of your own kids, the kids you had together that bears his name. Taking care of those kids for the rest of your days, just because you married a man that feels like it is the responsibility of the woman to take care of the kids. It is the responsibility of the woman to clean the home. Even some men, they have the capability of looking for a maid to do all of these things, but just because they have somebody they call a wife in the house, they will be like, yeah, my wife is at home, why do we need a maid? Because they have been taught directly or indirectly that it is the work of a woman. Once you have a wife, you don't have to do anything in the house. Did you not know the most ridiculous part of this situation? It is the part where the husband feels like, it is a woman's this thing. It is a woman's responsibility to take care of the home, but then your wife is working the same way you are working. You are doing 9 to 5, your wife is doing 9 to 5. But when you guys come back from work, she'll be the one to resume house duties. Why you place your legs on the stool and watch football or Netflix? Is that fair? Let's even accept that it is the work of the woman to take care of the home. Why is your wife sharing financial responsibilities of the home with you? But you are not saying that it is financial responsibility is the work of the man. You are not saying that. Don't let anybody bobo you. Don't let anybody bobo you. Women are now aware. Women no longer want to take shit. Women no longer want to suffer unnecessarily in husband's house, while the men still want to act like our fathers back in the days. So this begs the question: when are we going to start teaching our boy child? Train your child the way you expect your husband to be. Yes, that's how you like that's just see it from that angle. Maybe there's actually an expectation you expect your husband to meet in terms of this topic we are having now. Train, like you can do better by training your boy child properly. The same way you are encouraging your daughter not to be wayward, not to do all of those things, to gather private parts, and not encourage your boy child the same way. For instance, while I was in school, I once stayed in a hostel where we were more than 10. There was a guy that came to my hostel at the time that we started living together. This guy, because we were plenty, so we usually cook together and we usually do the dishes together. So when he now came and like we explained the routine for him and all of that, although we had already had people that were cooking already. So when it was his turn to wash, whenever it is his turn to wash, he would not want to wash. There was a time I just confronted him like, what's your problem? Why are you not washing? The response he gave me was, I don't wash at home. Women are here, why would I be washing? I said, what? It doesn't work here. Maybe you should just carry your plate, carry your pot, and go and be cooking separately, because me, I will not accept that shit. This thing I'm talking about is over 5 years. In fact, that's almost 7 years now. Like, I won't take this shit from you. If you want to be doing that nonsense, go and do it in your house. Like, can you imagine? Why would a grown-up boy, a grown-up, like a man, somebody that is a man already, will be saying from his mouth that he does not wash at home, therefore he cannot wash in the hostel because there are girls in the hostel, and it's somebody's child that's going to marry that guy? Because in some cases, when this conversation is being had, like when we have conversations like this, some men will be like, at the end of the day, the children ends up liking their mother than their father. It is a total lie. The reason why you all see it that way is because you guys are not present in your kids' life. You just feel like once you drop money, it's done. Everything else has to be the mother. That's why, aside from the fact that mothers carried carried the children in her womb, and the mother carried the children in her womb for 9 months and all of those things. Aside from that natural divine connection, there's a connection you have to build when the baby comes. So when the father neglects the kids and feels like, okay, I've dropped money, fine, you dropped money. In most cases, the same way you are dropping money, your wife is dropping money. And even if you are the only one dropping the money, you still have to be present in your children's life. That's how you build connection. You can't expect connection to just come from the blues. You have to build connection with your kids. Be a present father. Train your boy child the proper way. And mothers, stop enabling rubbish. Stop enabling rubbish and teach the boy child. Teach the boy child. Because the rate of divorce this generation, women are no longer taking shits. Good.